Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing this entire video in voiceover mode because I just came back from vacation and I'm fat. Those wanting to see my face will have to wait till September when I've hopefully lost a few kilos. You can no vex. I'll be quickly going over 7 perfumes that I recently decluttered from my collection some weeks ago. Let's begin. Maison Alhambra's Galatea. This is inspired by Godolphin from the house of Parfums de Mali. The notes for the original scents are thyme, saffron, cypress, roses, iris, jasmine, amber, vanilla, vetiver, white cedarwood, and musk. This is a sweet, fruity, floral, herbal leather scent with amber and some soapy detergent powdery nuances that makes it smell like a perfume very much marketed towards women. It sure does smell better when the weather is really cool, but then again, anybody got time to be waiting for cold weather to wear a scent? It also has this green, spicy, herbal, slimy, saliva-like texture that reminds me somewhat of oregano. Then again, maybe it's the time doing its thing. Longevity on skin is good for like 13 hours plus, but projection is not the best. It's more of a skin scent to me. The way the notes are mixed and how my nose interprets them just doesn't make me excited, so I decluttered it. Maison Alhambra's Hercules is yet another perfume inspired by a Parfums de Mali creation, Herod, which has notes of cinnamon, pepper, tobacco leaf, incense, osmanthus, vanilla, musk, woods, and patchouli. This is marketed towards men and women. On my skin, it opens sweet with tobacco leaf, patchouli, and herbs. I find it quite heavy on the tobacco leaf. After like 1 hour, I start to get amber and cinnamon, giving the perfume some Armani stronger with you intensely vibes. The dry down is on the creamy, slightly mentholated side, and the tobacco leaf with its barnyard vibes stays pushing hard throughout. That's why I decluttered it. I can officially say that I don't like tobacco leaf in my perfumes. Performance here is same as with Galatea, poor projection, great longevity. Moving on. Ministry of Oud Satin, Extrait de Parfum. This is one of 2 highly rated clones of Oud Satin mode by Maison Kurkdjian. This is literally oud, green rose, and vanilla with a shitload of powder, which makes it smell quite feminine to my nose, though it is marketed as unisex. The vanilla and benzoin can sometimes come off as too syrupy sweet, giving the perfume a gourmand-like vibe, like a pastry. Performance is great with this one. With 8 hours of steady projection, even in the 11th hour, I still get whiffs of this perfume coming off me, on and off. If you love perfumes like Portrait of a Lady by Frédéric Malle, you will like this. It's funny that I couldn't stand this perfume when I first sprayed it, but 4 weeks of maceration later, I started to vibe well with it. The reason I decluttered this was because I also have the one from Fragrance World, and I hardly wear them. I bought them at the same time. Anyway, long story. This dent is from me using this perfume mostly as an air freshener, as this is one perfume that shines mainly in cool, cold weather. Oud 24 Hours Majestic Gold. This is inspired by Stronger With You leather by Giorgio Armani. To my nose, this is literally the original Stronger With You Intensely with a mild leather note thrown in there. It's a sweet, smoky, powdery scent with cinnamon and vanilla. It has an easy projection of 2 to 3 hours at 1 feet, and I still catch whiffs of this in the 12th hour. If you're looking for a dupe of Stronger With You Intensely by Armani, get this. If you are worried about the leather note, there's no reason to be, in my opinion. I don't like leather, and to my nose, the leather in here is super basic and not annoying at all. Stronger With You Intensely is a bit sweeter, which makes me love that one more. I decluttered this because I already have a 100 ml tester bottle of Stronger With You Intensely. Zimaya 𝗃𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I've reviewed this perfume before, you can check that if you want to, and I couldn't stand it then, and still I can't stand it. The feeling remains the same. This is allegedly inspired by Straight to Heaven by Kilian, and all it was giving me back then was earthy, dusty patchouli, bitter woods, dark chocolates, menthol, and vetiver, with a leafy note that reminded me of fermented locust beans wrap. I can now confidently say that locust beans wrap note is tobacco leaf. I just can't stand it. Longevity is still great at over 12 hours, but projection sucks. On the day I decluttered this perfume, I gave it one more wear, and it was smelling like creamy, sweet bitter leaf soup with a prominent cocoyam and ogiri note. Go bye. If you've watched this video so far, and you find the video helpful, do please hit the like button down below as a contribution to the growth of my channel. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Fragrance World's Zara. This one is yet another clone of Tom Ford's Black Orchid. This is marketed towards women, though men wear it a lot too. It has a lot of notes as you can see on screen, with the predominant ones being Black Orchid, Black Truffles and Patchouli according to the brand. This perfume doesn't open the same way every time I wear it. Sometimes it opens very chocolatey, cacao, then ushers in citrus and salty aquatic notes after some minutes have passed. As time goes by, I can pick some dusty patchouli as well as rum, smoke, woods and incense. It sometimes smells metallic, like rusty decaying metal infused pencil shavings, and when this vibe kicks in, it hangs around for like an hour or two before it dissipates. Some days it opens sweet, creamy, earthy, woody, tobacco-y with some dense fermented fruitiness, which gives it a matured fragrance vibe. On days when I get this exact opening, it reminds me of an edible, creamy, lactonic, coconutty, powdery, stale makeup bag with spilled compact powder and lipstick. These variations in the openings are most probably due to the ton of notes in there. I would classify this as a cool weather fragrance. I can't stand it when the weather is hot. Projection is good for like 2 hours with over 9 hours longevity on my skin. I decluttered this because I don't really vibe with the scent profile, and I already have 2 other dupes of the perfume, Oud 24 Hours by Zafaaran and Marquee Collection 134 by Fragrance World. Lattafa's Opulent Oud. This perfume on first spray reminded me of 𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗎 Luxe Edition, but eventually started to do its own thing after a few weeks of maceration. The notes for the perfume are cinnamon bark, saffron, rose, oud wood, cedarwood, oud and amber. This opens green, rubbery and gasoline-ish. It smells like someone spilled kerosene on woods. Minutes later, it gets super woody with a touch of smoke, incense and leather. The leather would eventually fade after an hour or two, leaving a very woody floral scent profile with a touch of creamy caramel sweetness. Performance is great with 1 feet projection up to 4 hours. Longevity is 12 hours plus on skin. It's too woody and not sweet enough for my taste, so I had to let it go. Besides, I hardly wear it. Autobiography Supernova. This creation from the House of Paris corner is said to be inspired by Amen by Thierry Mugler. The official notes from the brand's website include cannabis, green notes, resins, woody notes, coffee, tobacco, incense, and agar wood. It opens very sharp, bitter, astringent, herbal, and medicinal, like something mixed with methylated spirits. 30 minutes later, it gets dry, dusty, woodsy, powdery, and spicy. The dry down is super harsh, damp, ashy, and somewhat sweet, and it's just so not my vibe. In the same dry down, I get something that smells like chocolate and tobacco leaf. Performance-wise, I get a projection of 1 to 2 hours with longevity of 9 hours plus. I decluttered this because it is just way too herbal for me and makes me paranoid because of the cannabis notes. I don't know what cannabis smells like. Imagine walking past a Nigerian policeman in mad places like Lagos and he catches a whiff of cannabis off you. Your own don't finish that day. And with that, we've come to the end of this declutter. I still have other perfumes that I decluttered over a year ago. I will discuss those ones in another video, so do please stay subscribed. If you found this video helpful, do please hit the like button as a contribution to the growth of my channel. It really helps me a lot, immensely. I will see you guys in my next video, coming soon since it's another voiceover. Bye guys.